Hello guys, welcome back. I want to talk a little bit. I know my hair's lovely. I took a bath and I had the rift on, so yeah, my hair's beautiful. Um, about working with Odin and kind of trying to work through depression. You can do this with Loki as well, but this time Loki's kind of sort of on the side providing moral support. It's been more with Odin. I didn't know why Odin was being so nice to me lately. And he recognized being a god. He saw it coming before I did. I get symptoms before my depression acts up, and sometimes I catch it really early. This time I caught it kind of as it was happening. Not as bad as it can get, but I got up this morning. I did not want to get out of bed. And, you know, the gods are trying to coax me out of bed, and they're like, hey, you've got these files you want to work on. It's Friday, you know, maybe you can get yourself a treat, even though you're being really tight with the purse strings. And, you know, everything they could think of to coax me out of bed, and I just did not want to get out of bed. In fact, I turned over and went back to sleep, and then I got up, and I'm like, I did not want to be up. I did not see any reason to get up, and for the last week or so, I've been like getting up ever since the time change. I've been getting up and like just wanting to come down and spend all day in the chair because what's the point? And that's how my depression acts. And Odin had me make the halls because he wanted me to have something to do, and he wanted me to make a healing hall. So we did rework the fourth hall and we made it into a healing hall, but he says, I want this to be absolutely what you want. Don't worry about what I need. Don't worry about what you think I can work with. You put whatever you want in this hall. So there's a tiger in the hall because there's this beautiful tiger I have, and he's only ever in Lord Freyr's hall, and I only got him like yesterday, but I love this tiger. And so the tiger is in the hall, and there's wolves and there's some foxes, so I can have Loki's energy around me, and tons of crystals, and went out and got selenite and stuff like that, and you know, the sage is still there and everything, so it feels like a healing temple. No, it's not perfect. There's still some stuff I'd like to tweak, but you know, it's getting there. And when I got up again and was that depressed, I really didn't recognize it. Sometimes you can have depression and you're so used to it you don't even recognize it's a symptom. And for me, not wanting to get out of bed is a symptom. And I don't mean just like every morning. Most of us wake up and we're like, we don't want to get out of bed, we just want to sleep. When you have depression, there's no point to getting out of bed, so you're not going to. That's how it works for me. And so I get up and, you know, I come down and I'm working on stuff and I'm feeling a little better. I recorded for you guys. And I wanted, like I said, I wanted to go out for chicken the worst way. And I'm like, no, I have to watch my money. If I could, guys, I would go get chicken and waffles every day. Let's admit it. Chicken and waffles would be coming out my ears. But I'm like, no, I'm keeping it to once a week because it's like I could get a burger meal. Not quite, but I could almost get 2 burger meals or get that chicken meal, because I get the chicken meal and I get the large drink. Let's admit it. I go big or I go home. Because I'm like, I might as well enjoy myself. I might as well get myself something that I know I'll enjoy and be enough. And I end up usually making 2 meals out of it anyways, but that's not the point. The point is, I didn't go up and get that even though I felt like, oh, I should get it. But Odin was like, okay, if you're not getting that, you're making chicken. And he had me make chicken soup, and I just made it like that big ramekin I have. It's like the best chicken soup, guys, because it's just the Keystone chicken that comes in a can, so we made that. So I had a bowl of it, and then as I worked on the depression, and I realized, yeah, it's my depression acting up, that helped me see what's been bothering me the last couple of weeks, because people have been making comments, and I've been like, why is everybody attacking me? And I'm sure you're not trying to. There are trolls that come on your channel, but I'm like, why is everybody attacking me? Depression just acts like that. It basically rewires your brain, so somebody could say hello and you're like, why do you hate me? And it sounds funny when you're feeling better, but when you're in a depression, it truly really is like that. Someone could be hugging you and taking you out to lunch and you'll still think, oh, they hate me, they feel sorry for me, whatever. So we've been working on that. And, you know, I was watching Contessa Miller. She used to be called Contessa Rocks, but now it's Contessa Miller. And she's been through it all, and I never knew she had depression too. And I'm like, now I recognize it. I always wondered why she was so manically high. I thought, well, it's just that new age thing. You always run into these people that are naturally high. There are people in this world that are naturally high, and it's not manic depression. But I'm like, that's kind of like how I get. I'm either manic and there are these beautiful highs, or I'm so depressed you could scrape me off the floor and I just wouldn't move. You could put me outside, I wouldn't care. So it was kind of good to be reminded that, it's actually okay if you have depression. I mean, it's not like, oh yay, we have depression, but it's something natural. It's just the same as me needing glasses because I saw a doctor give a TEDx talk. It's just the same as needing glasses. It's just the same as needing allergy medication. If you need medication or you need therapy or whatever you do to work with it, that's fine. That's how you're normally built. Um, and it's something that, you kind of learn to roll with it. And I thought, well, I sometimes, then the cynic in me comes out and it's like, well, is it really depression? This is all the stuff wrong in your life. And I'm like, yeah, that's the depression actually talking, because Odin tried to do this trust exercise with me. He's like, come out, because we went out in the rain to see if there was anything to film, and we really didn't see anything that inspired us. And it wasn't the depression talking. I thought, one more waterfall and you people are going to kill me. But he's like, come look at the roof. Come look at the roof. And because I've been worried about the roof. It's not cracking or falling in or anything, but I've been worried about it. And he's like, let's do a trust exercise. Come look at the roof. Come see, it's fine. You'll know. You'll know there's no big crater up there or anything else. And there's one shingle on the edge, and it looked like it was like a little bit curled. It might have been. It may have not been. Because if this happened overnight, and I don't think it's happened overnight. So it's like, it looked like it may have been curled. And it was a shingle on the very end. And you know me, I go to worst case scenario instantly. One curled shingle meant the whole roof was collapsing, which meant the whole house is collapsing inside. Now we're all going to die tonight. Depression's just like that. And Odin was like face palming because that is not what he meant to show me. I don't think he was even remotely aware that shingle was out of place, because he knows me when I get depressed. So that did not work too well. And then, all day I'm like, oh my god, that shingle. Oh my god, where am I going to find the money for a roof? Oh my god, that shingle. And then I'm like, you know what? Got online, watched some TEDx talks about depression. They were all pretty horrible, actually. And I watched some TEDx talks about worry, and those were even worse. But then, I found Contessa, and I kind of worked through it. I'm like, well, the manifesting has been working, because a lot of stuff has manifested for me, even though I haven't been working on it. I just tell them that I trust them to get me the stuff, and it's been happening. Like silly stuff like a chocolate fountain manifested that I could put in the home, at VR home. And other stuff like that. And then like I don't know if it was legit or not, but I got a thing from Sketchfab saying, hey, we've noticed you're downloading an awful lot of stuff. How would you feel if in the future we start charging you $45 a month? No, because I don't have $45 a month. That's why I'm going to Sketchfab and getting free downloads from people that posted it. How do you have the right to charge for the free work artists are trying to hand out? What are you doing here? So I deleted that because I'm like, I don't know if that's them or a scam, because they were like, oh, please contact me. And I'm like, this doesn't sound legit. This sounds like phishing. So I deleted that, and I went and I checked their site, and there's nothing on their site about, hey, we've thought of starting to charge you people, and there was nothing in discussions or anything. So I think it was just phishing, and you get that all the time. So that happened. And it's been a good day, and Odin's telling me whatever you want in that temple. He doesn't care how silly it is or how serious it is. He's like, I want you to have what you want in the temple. And so I'm going to keep working on it for a little bit. I'm going to be up for a while. When my depression acts up, usually what happens is I'm up to 4 or 5 in the morning. That's pretty normal for me. And then I'm going to sleep till like noon. But that's perfectly normal for me. And this kind of triggers. I don't know what it is about daylight savings time or whatever the hell it is in the spring forward. But it seems to screw me up for like a month or so, and then I adjust. In a perfect world, the light would stay the same and the time would stay the same forever, and I would be perfectly fine. But the depression has been acting up lately. And Loki's been leaving me in Odin's care, and Odin's been like, I don't care if you need 900 gods to work with, or if you just want one, or you just want time on your own, whatever's going to work best for you. And we have to remember that when we have the depression, and totally ignore the people that tell you just don't think about it because they've obviously never had it, or if they thought they had it, it wasn't actually depression. You know, you can't just not think about. You can find things to occupy your time and to try to make yourself feel better. But you know, sometimes with the depression, you're going to have bad days, and I definitely had a rotten morning. And I realized that's why I've been getting sick. It's kind of like, as weird as it was, the manifestation kind of somehow triggered the depression. Because depression is like, you can be manifesting and getting really small results, but good, consistent small results. And depression will say, well, you're just getting small stuff. You know, how come we don't have a new roof if you're worried about the roof? Or how come we don't have these things that you're worried about, and how come we haven't won the lottery? That's what depression is like. Everything can be going fairly well for you, and you know you have it better than millions, if not billions of people on the earth, but depression's like, no, no, you have it terrible. Look at all these things that are wrong in your life. So, you know, it's everyone finds their own way to deal with it. The VR definitely helps me because I was actually excited for the first time today. I was like, we're going to use the VR and we're going to make the fourth temple kind of like into Great Wolf Lodge or whatever it's called. I've never been there. I think it's more like a family resort, but it has to do with wolves and it's a lodge. And they have plush wolves and they have wolf characters running around, so I definitely think it's a place for people with kids, but you guys know I'm like a big kid. They have like an ice cream bar and like a candy store and everything, and I would love to go there. And I'm like, I know right now I can't afford to just drop everything and take a bus to wherever. I literally can't afford this, but I'm like, I can at least make it in VR. So we're kind of making our own Great Wolf Lodge slash Healing Temple slash whatever I need. It looks kind of like a Wicks and Sticks, which you guys won't know what that is, but it was a crystal incense, new agey fantasy store back in the 80s and 90s. It might have like stayed into the 2000s. I'm not sure. They might still be out there for all I know. But it looks like a cross between that and like a little Great Wolf Lodge from pictures I've seen. So it's kind of both. And I do have the tiger in there. I don't know why. The tiger just makes me smile. It's a pretty tiger. Though I might switch it around again. So I just wanted to catch you guys up with that so that if like I do slow down, I'm okay. I'm taking care of myself. Odin insisted I'll make the chicken soup. And the first bowl I like hardly ate because it's just how I am with depression. But then like I got hungry, finally got hungry, and I like wolfed down a bowl of it, which was good. So he's gonna make sure I eat. And I'm going to take care of myself, so don't worry about it. But you know, there's no magic bullet for it, unfortunately. I've never found that one medication that's perfect. I've never found any meditation that's perfect. Did I say medication or meditation the first time? Either way, I haven't found either one that's perfect for it. I haven't found the magic incense or the magic supplement. Please do not suggest supplements. I can't afford them for one, and I won't take them for two because I've taken every supplement on the damn planet. They do not work for me. Um, and it's just, you know, for me, it's about recognizing it's coming up and just doing a lot of self-care for me. That's what helps the most. So we'll go off and we'll play in the VR. We may or may not play VR for you. I do know partly it's the depression talking, but I'm like, wow, we've done like 123 VR videos on this channel, or at least gaming videos, and wow. You know, they really don't get watched. So I'm like, I know it's only a very small percentage of you that watch them, but I do enjoy sharing things with people. And when I do go to the effort and it feels like nobody's watching it, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing it. So I don't know if you guys will see more VR or you won't. 'Cause it's really the kind of games I'm into. I've been playing drops right now, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's water dripping out of a faucet, and you bat at it like a cat. So yeah, it's like that. It's not anything like real exciting that I'm playing. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely, if you can't work with Odin on that, you can work with Loki on it. Just we've been working on a ton of stuff. We've been working on how, I've actually known Odin and Loki my whole life, so I really didn't have to put myself through all the research and all the painful trying to readjust to a way that I'm not to try to be with him, because he's already been with me all my life, so he likes the actual me just fine. So it's been a lot, and it just seems like there's a lot of staticky, annoying stuff going on in my life, like the damn t-shirt place won't leave me alone. The place that I ordered the t-shirt from, they won't fucking shut up now. Excuse my language. And Amazon's like, what do you recommend about this shit? And I'm like, I don't know. I got that like a year ago. You're asking me now. And these telemarketers and these scam callers, and it's like, I just have to get that staticky energy to kind of settle down, would be fine. I really think I want to find like a tarot deck or something to put into the VR home. Unfortunately, it's not there yet, guys. It's not. I have had you into the thing to get her fortune read, but it's not up to the point of, yeah, here's a tarot deck, take us into your home and have fun, or here's cards, take us into your home and have fun. It will be in, like, say 5 to 10 years when they can figure out how to do that and do it in a file size that's not going to brick your computer, but it's not there now. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.